One thing I told myself not to forget was a tripod. And what did I do? Forget a tripod. So when I say I makeshift a tripod to have this camera, at least in this position, is insane. But hey guys, welcome if you're new, welcome back. If you're not, it's my city, aka City, and this is It's Okay with my City. Y'all, it's June, it is Men's Mental Health Month, and I did an episode with somebody, maybe I want to say a year and a maybe 2 years ago, because it had to be like off in this corner, because hopefully no one comes over here. But this episode is dedicated to the men, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I meant to record this last week, but I left my mic. Here I am about to record it now, this week, because I don't want to keep pushing it aside. Like, when I tell you, I left my tripod, I originally left the cord, the real cord I'm supposed to use, I don't even know where that's at. But I left the cord that I normally use for when I am recording, and that, I don't know, I have this cord in my car. So thank God for that. So I went back to get that in my car. It's hot. Y'all see I'm in this big ass hoodie. I don't care. It was raining earlier, so I have to be prepared. So yeah, but I was always like kind of like scared to record this video, because I feel like as a girl and as a woman, as a lady, when we are seen talking positively or talking for the men, we have those little ninjas to be like, oh, you're a pick me, you're a male center. No, no, I don't think so. I just feel like we're not, some people are not mature enough to have the conversation where they can be like, yeah, I was wrong. Or, yeah, a male might be right in this scenario. Niggas never let a nigga be right. Let's be honest. I'm one of those people too. The nigga ain't right around here. But when it's like an actual like mature conversation, like when I'm not trolling or shits and giggles, I'm mature enough to be like, a nigga can be right. I'm sorry. Let me stop calling y'all that. A man can be right and a female can be right. Like, I take pride in understanding that you have to let a man be masculine, and you have to let a man be a man, or a boy be a boy. And you also have to let a female be a female, and a female stay in her femininity. Like, I take pride in understanding and really preaching that stuff. Like, one of the things that I have with like my male friendships, and this is excluding my cousin Kava and sometimes my cousin Sue, I don't use the word B word or the P word with them, because it's like, I don't want to strip you of your masculinity, because technically I'm calling you a female. Technically I'm calling you a female. And that's just rude to me. So I just always had that like guideline. Of course we have guidelines as well. They can't call me that either. Hello. Hello. But for this episode, I did ask 3 people for 2 topics, and some of their topics are similar and with one another. So I'm interested, and that's what the conversation is going to lead to. And I'm just giving you my perspective from a female's standpoint and how I feel when it comes to the topic, basically. So the first topic I have, and I'm going to put it up here, but somewhere I'm gonna put it up there. But he said, a lot of times there's a stigma with men being vulnerable or being able to talk about their feelings. Okay, I grew up with my daddy in my house. Okay, my daddy is very much. I think I only ever seen my father cry one time, maybe twice in my entire life, when his mother passed away and when my godfather passed away. And of course, I feel like that's probably the only time where it's justified for a man. One of the only times that's justified for a man to express himself, to express his emotions. And I hate that for you guys. I truly, truly hate that for you guys. I am currently expecting a nephew. I already have another nephew. And I vowed to myself that I was going to be hopefully like their parents already has this mindset, but I'm gonna be that person that's gonna let them know that this is a safe space. If you are sad, mad, happy, angry, confused, anxious, any of lazy, any of the words that you want to describe your emotions, or if you're that, you are able to express yourself with me. Because I feel like we don't realize the negative effects of compressed emotions until it's too late. Like a lot of men don't have the emotional maturity for certain situations because they don't know no better. And they've always been told, oh, men don't cry, men don't do this. Da, da, da. We're always told the list of things we're not supposed to do rather than an actual positive list of things we are supposed to do. And I hate that. Men, female, but this is for the men today. I hate that. I hate that so much. And it's just so annoying because then we as humans, and I will never forget this statement that I read, we as humans, we're the only species that will continuously put one another down because of our mistakes. We'll continuously just live off those mistakes and leave no room to grow. And that's where it's like when it comes to emotions, I'm very there's a fly in my glasses. I'm very like very like very open, and I emphasize the fact that I want men around me to be able to have any emotion that they feel is fit for whatever the situation is at hand. I don't like people that so you must have emotional intelligence and you must have emotional maturity. Now, I'm going to make sure everyone understands emotional intelligence is outer. Being able to know your surroundings with you in it. Emotional maturity is inner. What you are able to take, how you are able to understand, how you are able to process. Please understand that. A lot of us have emotional intelligence. We do not have emotional maturity. And I hate to say that, but a lot of us don't. And then it is sometimes selective based on the person. Because me, I believe I have both, but my emotional maturity sometimes lack when it comes to family. Okay? I'm quick to snap, which I'm working on because of the fact that that's how I grew up. I grew up in a family where it's like, snap first, think about it later. And we'll think about it 3 days later. And that's annoying. I understand. I completely understand. So I want to make sure that I touch on other topics. And then these two are similar within the emotional maturity aspect of this conversation. It is, why do men ignore their problems until they become crises or internal battles? Why do men wait until they reach their breaking point to ask for help? So those two right there is just basically hand in hand with what I just said. Unfortunately, if you don't have a secure male figure in your life that has taught you that it is okay to be down, and I think that's one thing that we have to honestly be honest with, because like I grew up with parents. I don't want to. I'm a Gen Z, so whatever 1970 to 1980s are, I don't want to say millennials. All I know is I grew up with those parents, okay? And I feel like they have hustle culture within them. I feel like they have financial instability within them. So it's just like, it's no time for the emotions. It's no time to sit there and be sad. It's no time for none of that. And I think that that's what bothers me is so many woke but broken people walking around giving advice when they haven't dealt with their own shit yet either. So their advice is coming from a broken heart in a broken place rather than a healed place. And I do think us as humans, we wait too long. We wait until it's like something detrimental happens to fix our lives. And it's sad. In all honesty, it is sad. But from a male perspective, I think that they're so like, I gotta figure this out myself. Like, there is no help. I'm the man. I wear the pants. I wear the shoes. Bitch, I got the key to the city. First of all, okay, I'm not gonna bring sports into this. Sorry. I'm not gonna bring sports into this. But they're so like a lot of people say that men are more strategic than women, which I do believe they are. But that's the thing, they're only thinking about that. They're not thinking about the emotional effect of it. They're not thinking, oh, how is this gonna affect me in the long run? It's not in the forefront. The forefront is to make a decision. And that's what the problem is. We don't take in, and I'm gonna say men don't take in all of the aspects. And I hate that because they're not taught to take in all the aspects. See, for me as a woman, when I'm making a decision, like, it's like, oh, trust your gut, or like woman's intuition, or how would your kids feel, basically. You know, all that. I'm all that put in my brain. Meanwhile, a man is like, is this basically gonna fix your life or ruin it? And it's like, that's not the only thing that fixes or ruins your life. The decisions that are like man-made and stuff like that, rather than internally feeling things. I hate when I see a young bull struggling because of the fact that their emotions are so heightened. They don't know how to actually like categorize it, how to actually place it, how to move with light with it. And I always tell people, like, a person could be really good at talking, or very, very good at talking, but their actions speak so much louder than anything. Because even me, I have family member male. I'm like, my family is really, it's really male dominated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like looking at the track list. It really is male dominated, especially in like when it comes to like people my age. I have a lot of male cousins, okay? And I have to watch and see them make decisions or talk or do things in a place of hurt rather than a place of maturity or a place of healness. Because they will be like, yeah, oh, shorty did it, but I didn't let shorty do it because like I don't go for that. But like the way that they actually process things is like, so what did you gain from that? Like, now you're still hurt. You still have unanswered questions. You're still lost. What did you gain from that? A lot of people make a lot of men. I'm not gonna lie. They make a lot of choices off of impulse rather than, like I said, thinking about it. Think a fucking about it. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, because they don't have the patience. Because like I said, they're the people where they have to have everything figured out. If they don't have everything figured out, then that man ain't got shit going on. And that leads into my next topic. Oh my god, girl, it's flies. Unrealistic financial expectations. Another one was the pressure on men to provide if they're not where they want to be in life, and being confined only to what they can provide. Example, financially. Y'all, I'm sorry. Women, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. If you cannot provide it for yourself, stop expecting a man to provide it for you. There ain't that many superheroes out here, bitch. Okay? And another thing is Spider-Man. I'm thinking about Mr. Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man, she had her own job. What's her name, Mary? Some shit like that. She had her own job. She had her own living. All she wanted from him was to let her in. Let her in. Be vulnerable with them. And a man can't be vulnerable with them if all you're doing is top their pocket. tap it. Apple it. Cash up. Zelle. Venmo. Y'all, money don't make the world go round. It may seem like it do, but it really don't. It really don't. And I feel like even this day and age, it bothers me so much because it's like I have to sit there and be a girl who does not has her own but can't find a man that equally has his own and understands that I'm not really expecting much from you. I'm only 21, bro. I do have standards because I have a dad. Sorry. That's rude. But I do have standards. But it's like the lack of maturity within us is lacking. I feel like, but you also have to understand it's a double standard. Men, y'all cannot keep allowing a woman to rampage you. You cannot do it. I understand. If a woman cannot understand that you don't have money to financially build up her life, if she's not doing it already, then that is not the woman for you. I think that's what bothers me the most is a lot of men focus and stick with people who are draining them, not even just emotionally but financially. And then the aftermath is always women ain't shit or women be broke. No, you messed with a broke bitch. Duh. 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 You messed with a broke bitch. You did. You did. You did. Because when I tell you, a lot of people will be like, oh, there's no good men left. Oh, there's no good women left. No, you are what you attract. You are what you attract. So if you attract a low down, dirty ass buster, then time to look in the mirror and see. Like, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's not even just like your personality. It's your environment, who you allow around you, all that. It couldn't even just be you. But if you allow broke ass busters around you, then you're gonna get a broke ass buster because he's gonna think you fuck with shit like that. And I take that for men as well. If you allow broke ass women or broke ass men, non like minded souls around you, that is what you're going to always be given. Okay? It's hard. It's so hard out here to find the real from the fake because, baby, I know it. I'm 21 years old. I do have a life set up for me a little bit. Some of my friends are doing their shit too. And I have to see, I can now just differentiate the fact that it may not just be them. It's just their emotions and how they see themselves and how they act with people. Because the way you act is the way you truly feel. And that's one thing a lot of people don't realize is like your actions speak so much louder than the words. But I just be like, my biggest thing when it comes to like the financial aspect for a man is like, if you in your heart are a provider, please wait until you find that person you truly want to provide for. Y'all too quick to spend some coins because that's what society said to do. Stop. We did that to ourselves. We also allowed ourselves to have the unrealistic idea of a goddamn Ari and what that man name? Moneybag Yo, a little baby. Babes, they got the money for that shit. Spending $2K ain't nothing to them. Okay? You're literally 19 years old. You work at Hooters. And you work at AMC. Why the fuck are you spending Denim Tears, Skims Hall money on someone and your car payment is late? Your priorities are fucked up. And I think that's one thing a real person will understand. I think that's one thing it's also a lost art, y'all. We are moving the timeline way too fast. We have unrealistic expectations at 20 years old, 21 year old. And I remember this, seeing that people say, "What at your 20s you're supposed to be broke." Not gonna lie, you just got out of college. You just got out of high school. You probably graduated college. You're figuring your life out. We can't keep having these unrealistic expectations for a man to be playing house when you have no home. You have no foundation. Buying gifts and is separate from being a provider. I'm gonna be honest, it is. We normalized, oh, I feel happy today, so I'm gonna go trick on you. Bitch, we spend money like capitalism is at its all-time high, but that's another conversation for another day. But we just normalize unrealistic shit. So, man, you guys are taking on the burden of keeping up with the Joneses, and the Joneses is going bankrupt. You're keeping up with the Joneses are using credit cards. You're keeping up with the Joneses, bitch, they just took out their 6th loan. I don't think you understand. You have to stay true to your morals and to stay true to yourself. Because me personally, like, I'm different. I have my own business. I have a max of how much I would spend on a nigga and how much a nigga can spend on me. Because I'm not understanding the, like, let me say this. Someone will be like, oh, you're not, like, you're disrespecting your worth, or you're not living up to your worth. You're changing it. You're changing the meaning of that. You really are changing the meaning of that. You're putting a materialistic aspect on it rather than an emotional aspect of it. How does a nigga treat you? How does she treat you? Y'all be getting treated like dog shit dirt. But sitting here spending Machine Kelly money on a motherfucker. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can't go straight. What Drake said? I can't keep going, penthouse, Bentley, some shit like that. Drake, you can't keep going that off the first fucking date. You just met Shawty. You don't even know what her goddamn morals are. You're so quick to spend the money. Y'all don't get to know each other no more. It's out the blue. Y'all have one conversation. You cannot know somebody fully, truly. You will never fully, truly know anybody, but you will never fully, truly know somebody off of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And I understand. We just keep moving up the timeline, y'all. We need to stop doing that. We need to take a seat back. We need to take a seat back. Another conversation, and it goes back to lack of emotional guidance. Men, if you don't have your daddy, your uncle, somebody, a male figure in your life, we have to take accountability on learning this shit ourselves. If you can sit there and look at yourself and be like, there's something wrong, you're already taking the first step. We honestly, like, I know a lot of people be like, oh, making it seem like it's just like for shits and giggles, or they're not dead ass about it. Pick up a fucking book. The podcast culture, actually find a podcaster that's certified in the shit that they're talking about. Like, for me, my certifications is books. Everything I'm telling you guys is what I learned off of experience and off of what I've read and how I've applied it to my life and actually seeing that it worked. And I really hope I'm doing a good job for the men. I just really want them to understand that to have a safe space is sometimes it takes you to make it for yourself. You can't keep hoping and praying that somebody will do it for you or they'll make the space for you. Well, you need to make it for yourself, and everything will align in God's timing. Because I was trying to think I could get a safe space with the people around me. You know, I made it within myself. Y'all, these flies are fucking killing me right now. But I was thinking that, oh, I can stay safe in a place that hurt me, the safe in a place that broke me. You can't do that. And I want men to know that as well. Like, understand when you are being dependent on something that actually may not be good for you. It's hard, but it's the truth. We have to let go of the Stockholm syndrome that we may be in. We have to let go of the dependency, like I said, the commonness. You have to sit there and be uncomfortable when you're trying to grow. And it's hard because when I tell you, when I moved out, I was very, very uncomfortable. Wait, fuck, I was uncomfortable as shit. It was my first time. ever truly doing something for myself, and I had to go through all these different stages to understand that I did something pretty good for myself. I'm doing something that's actually helping me, something that's going to be beneficial in the long run. And I think it's sad, but it's true. Like, and I really just want men to know, like, you have to want to do more for yourself and want to do more for your bros and the next generation. Like, especially one day you might have a son, and you have to be able to accurately help them process things, help them move through things, because if you don't take the time to work on yourself, all you're going to do is continuously pass down the generational trauma that was already passed down to you. And it's hard, especially like as an ethnic person. Oh my God, I feel bad. I be feeling bad because it's like, I don't want you to think you have to go so above and beyond for me because you're told that's what you're supposed to do. Yes, men are providers, but women are also supposed to be a safe space for them. They're also supposed to be a companion. No one wants to be a partner anymore. Y'all are literally just acting like everything's a transactional thing, and it's not. There's emotions attached to everything. There's like an energy attached to everything. That's why it's just like, it's very important to like truly understand yourself, understand what the fuck you need, honestly. And I just really hope people understand that, like, it's okay to be broken one day and being able to like pick yourself up the next day. And I really wish we did better at that, because I know like nowadays all you ever see is what a man ain't doing. But did you like give him the space to tell you like he just literally got in a car accident and still try to make his way over to you? Like, did you give him that space to be like, hey, I'm not really having a good day today? But no, all you're thinking about is what he didn't do. And it's like, damn, bro. You got, now the man's like, oh, the one time I don't show up. It's all we think about is like, we don't have room for empathy for nobody no more. As if like we don't go through life ourselves. And it's sad. It's sad, y'all. And I understand, y'all, it's hard. One of the things that I always hear is like, oh, but I gave them da-da-da. So why did you allow them to continuously play in your face? And that's honestly the hard part, is leaving somebody where the fuck they had you fucked up at. That's the thing. We have to take the blame sometimes. Like, for me, I had to take the blame sometimes a lot. Like, why is this man playing in my face? Because you allowed him to. Why is this female playing in your face? Because you allowed her to. And that's the truth. Because especially once a person see that you going, oh bitch, they finna play you like a basketball. It's just, everything is so much. I know. Everything is hard. Everything is complicated. But y'all, we have to really take the time to be honest with ourselves and say, I'm doing this to myself. I'm putting myself in this situation. Everything is literally a response to what the fuck we do. Like, up here, day-to-day action is a response. So to the men out there who stayed this long and listened to what I had to say, please understand that vulnerability is not embarrassing. Being in the state that you are financially is not embarrassing. You have to be open and honest with yourself, with your surroundings, with your partner. And if they choose to not compromise and choose to not understand or meet you where you are, or at least try to find a resolution, they might not need to be someone you need to be around. And if you think something doesn't align with who you are, do not force it onto yourself. You can't be doing what the fuck Boss Man D-Lo do. You are Steve from State Farm. Sorry. Oh my god, y'all, this fly is killing me. That's why I'm trying to end it, because I can't sit here no more. I'm fucking tired of the fly. But I just hope everyone knows that. Yuck. Yeah, I finished this coffee, but it wasn't that good, bro. It wasn't that good at all. And like I said, it's not me being a people pleaser. It's just me thinking about like my surroundings. Like, another thing is, do not set a level of, I want to say precedence, but I'm not sure if I'm using that word correctly. But don't set this level that you cannot maintain, especially with someone who's gonna keep you at that level, who doesn't let you fall short. Don't set that level. You gotta actually like really go into these situations, guys, and be 100% true to yourself. If you are Bob the Builder, then be Bob the Builder. If you are Mr. Krabs, be Mr. fucking Krabs. I'm telling you that. Be Mr. Krabs. And I promise y'all, if you truly believe you're going to find somebody that understands who you are, and you've taken the time to heal yourself, and God is going to bless you. He is. He will do it. Because we're not put on this earth to live the life by ourselves. We're put on this earth to have a companion, to have a partner, to have a community. We're put on this earth for that. So stop allowing it. I will go through life a little lonely if I need to, just to make sure I'm not allowing myself to be put in places where I'm less than. I want men to do that as well. I really do. Like, if we had more men that was more honest about where they are financially and where they are mentally, it's okay to be like, I haven't got over this situation yet. It's okay. I promise you guys. I wish I did that sometimes. Shit. It's okay to be like, I haven't got over this yet. It's okay to be like, yeah, I'm not ready. Someone that actually cares about you is not going to force it. And it's okay if they want to leave. Like, you can't take that personal. They probably don't want. There's some people that doesn't want to stick and wait for somebody to grow. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I want that. That's the whole point of the podcast, is for y'all to understand it is okay. I promise you. Because if it's something you truly imagine in your brain and you feel it in your gut, Allah is going to bless you with it when He deems it's fit. We cannot keep thinking that we control this life and we control this timeline. We don't. There's only one person, and it's the Most High. So I say all to say that, please take your time and take your life and your health, your wealth seriously, because it is that deep. The one time that you diminish yourself in a way where it will affect you, any type of way, honestly, it's gonna affect you. It is. It's gonna show. I feel like it's gonna always show. So if you're watching this in the morning, good morning. If you're watching this in the evening, good night. I really do hope that you have a blessed day today. And if you didn't have a blessed day, remember what I say. Don't take it into tomorrow, because tomorrow's a new day. Try again. Learn from your mistakes, guys. We are human. Don't forget that. But do not dwell in your mistakes. Just try to be better every single day. And remember yourself. Remember what your intentions are. And remember what your goal in life is. I love you. Hope to see you the next episode. I hope I did a good job. I really do hope I did. I feel like I ramble a lot, but I like to come from the heart. So Talk to you guys later. Bye.